Well, what a day it's been, huh? What a day. It's like you guys saw in the intro to this video. Matt Nagy, or fire Matt Nagy chants. Not only do you have it at the Bears game, it's spread into the Chicago Bulls game. And hell, even though it is kind of frowned upon, but whatever, I could care less how you feel about it. It's spread into his dang high school son's. It's spread into his son's high school football games. The same chance of fire Nagy. It goes to show you that the people of Chicago are sick and tired and done of the incompetence of the head coach. Really? Really? That's the best you can offer? You see that little sissy's press conference today? Oh, well, that's not true about the reports of me being apparently fired and stuff like that. Yeah, right. Oh, please. I hope that's the case. Again, I'll get into all the reports and stuff like that because this is what this video is about. He also made another statement in that same press conference that after the game, the kids apparently went up to him and shook his damn hand. Oh, man, Matt Nagy. You sure learn how to take good freaking classes at lying. You ever watch the anime Fairy Tale? There's a character by the name of Urza Scarlet, and she has a best friend who she's romantically into named Jalal. The one thing is, they were supposed to kiss, but they didn't end up kissing. And he essentially said he had a fiance, and that's the reason why he couldn't make out with his girlfriend in the series, essentially. That same girl, Urza, said that Jalal is a very bad liar. And lo and behold, we find out he actually lied. He just didn't want to kiss Urza because they lived two different paths. He was good, or he was on the bad side, and she was on the good side. Whatever. That's a bold-faced lie by Matt Nagy. I guarantee to you, no damn kid went up to him other than his own kid. Hell, I think even the other kids, his kids' teammates, parents, probably looking at this guy's side on him like, man, you're ruining Chicago sports for me, my Chicago Bears. No damn children for the others, for the Lake Forest, school, high school, who were chanting fire Nagy came up to this guy and said, my bad, coach. I was just doing it for the fun, of the sport and stuff like that. I'm trying to have my school win. Oh, please. They're more than anything. I guarantee you had those guys, or better had those fans who were chanting that thing at the football game, at the high school football game, were Bear fans, and they're sick and tired of it. I highly doubt it. Matt Nagy, you damn know what you were saying in that press conference was all cap. There's no way in hell, I believe, high school kids went up to this guy and actually shook his head and apologized for that. If that was me, I would have probably shook his hand and been like, cool meeting you all, but do me a favor and just resign from the Chicago Bears. You're not doing my heart no favors. Anyways, I guess you can say that's the cold open to the video. But yes, the reason why I'm wearing my hat and the reason why I'm wearing sunglasses is because it's seemingly looking like the end is near. And thank God it happens. Apparently, there's been reports to last 48 hours, for the Chicago Bears, the fact that not only Matt Nagy apparently lost the locker room. Let me actually pull up the tweet on my phone because I want to make sure I do the due diligence to know what I'm getting myself into. So I got to go through all my dang tweets that I've liked about all this crap and stuff like that. Jordan Schultz, who, has a podcast with Allen Robinson. I think that's a very verified source there. That's literally somebody coming from the locker room. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry for that stupid I don't know how can I explain it. Reason why I freaking had to stop the video. I guess I heard apparently ding dong at the door. Maybe Matt Nagy somehow flew all the way to California real quick and hit my door, my ding dong door, and freaking I don't know, ding dong ditched me to tell him to shut up about the Bears. Maybe it's a sign that I should stop talking about the Bears. Oh, brother. Anyways, as I was saying, Jordan Schultz, who does a podcast with Allen Robinson, a very close source to the locker room, said an overwhelming number of Bears players want Matt Nagy gone. League sources says he lost the locker room. He lost some of the locker room last season, but now is gone. One source adds, one key holdup: no head coach in the 101-year franchise history has ever been let go during the season. Well, I think that's an official source to me because guess what? It makes sense that the locker room would lose trust in this clown. Who wouldn't? He's a clown. He hasn't done anything the past 3 or 4 years. But we haven't had a losing season, and we made the playoffs 2 times. First things first, back the hell up. The first season you were 12-4. It's looking more that it was Vic Fangio, the reason why that we ended up being 12-4. The following season you were 8-8. Missed the playoffs. Trash. You took a significant downgrade. You finished 8-8 again, I believe. You backed into the playoffs because you lucked up at a part of the schedule. You played these weak teams, and you ended up beating them. And you backed into the playoffs because the Cardinals couldn't hold up their end of the bargain and miss the play and make the playoffs. They just had to lose. This year, you're 3-7. It's looking like if you go into the Lions game on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit and you lose that game, I've already said it. We're losing out if we lose to Detroit on Thursday. That's what I said. Lose to Detroit. See what happens next. You'll really lose the trust of the locker room if you go on another week. So you're, at this point, you're 0-4 coming off a bye week. You lost to 3 backup quarterbacks, which I forgot to mention in my game recap. You lost to Brock Osweiler, Teddy Bridgewater, who was a backup at the time, and now you lost to Tyler Huntley. What type of freaking coach loses to 3 backups? The hell is wrong with you? When you're playing against a backup quarterback, those are gimme games. No, but you lose to these backup quarterbacks. Really? Yeah, that's very wonderful, very smart. So you add that up. This is the second straight season, or the notification. Wrong news, because guess what? It said somebody's fired. It's not Matt Nagy. Giants fire OC Jason Garrett. Why can it have not been the Bears fired? Matt Nagy. I don't want that. Great. I see fired, and I'm thinking it's freaking Matt Nagy. Thank you, Giants, for ruining my day. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the unedited freaking message from ESPN. Crap, I forgot my train of thought. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. I don't know what I talked about. Oh, you're gonna be on a back-to-back season where you might lose 6 games in a row. You lose next week to the Detroit Lions, or this upcoming Thursday to the Detroit Lions. That's equals and ties the amount of games you had lost in a row from last year. And guess what? You're not beating the Cardinals the following week to end that streak. Hell, this team's not even good enough to beat Colt McCoy starting at the helm. I would envision Kyler Murray's back by then. And then you go to bummy freaking you go to bum Lambeau Field, only get smacked by the Packers one last time, hopefully by Aaron Rodgers and company. Then you play the freaking Vikings. Then I believe you have a let me pull up the schedule. Because I know it's bad. It's bad. It is terrible. Okay, schedule for the Bears. Schedule for the Bears. Yeah. You have a home game against the freaking Vikings on Monday Night Football. The Packers game is also another primetime game. I don't know why the NFL just doesn't flex those games. Because I don't think half of America wants to see the Bears just get embarrassed again. Then you go to Seattle. Well, I know Seattle's not playing too good, but I probably could see Seattle beating you in Seattle. Then you play the Giants at home. I know, well, the Giants just fired the offensive coordinator, so maybe their offense looks a lot better when they play the Bears. And then you end the Vikings, which will be a loss. So there's a chance they could end the season on a 12-game losing streak. That's embarrassing and sad. But speaking of losing, reports and news came out today by Mark Conkle, who apparently won this Pitzel Prize or something like that, from Patch.com, essentially saying that the Bears had already informed Matt Nagy that this upcoming Thursday game on Thanksgiving Day will be the last game he's going to coach. And after that, he will be relieved of his duties following the game or sometime after the game. Well, that's music to my ears and everything. That sounds wonderful. The only question, again, like I said, is this. Will the Bears have the balls and the courage of their convictions to fire Matt Nagy after the Thanksgiving Day? And that doesn't matter if it's a win or loss. If it's a win, still do it. If it's a loss, you better do it. I'll tell you that. If you lose to the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day in embarrassing fashion again, I'm just going to tell you, you better fire Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy better not even see or smell a hint of the Chicago Bears private planes. Tell him he can go kick rocks and he can go find an Uber and get all the way back home. Or tell his wife to go book a flight. Because guess what? Come out of Detroit with an L, handing the winless Lions, the 0-9 Lions, a W. You will be scrutinized in Chicago, and it's only going to get worse. I've already called it. I think the Blackhawks have a game tonight in United Center. I won't be shocked if tonight Blackhawk fans just randomly chanting, "Fire Nagy, fire Nagy, fire Nagy, fire Nagy," during intermission. I can see it now, and I can hear it now. Nobody in Chicago wants him. The fans don't want him. The national media don't want him coaching the Chicago Bears anymore. The local Chicago media outlets don't want him coaching no more. Hell, even high school kids don't want him no more. I guarantee you little babies and dogs don't want Matt Nagy no more as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. I said it before and I'll say it again. You can go check out last season's, and heck, I think at the end of the season, my thoughts. I said the only way the Bears are going to fix this whole problem is to clean house. Get rid of everybody. Fire Nagy, fire Pace. Jeez, it'd be a blessing in disguise somehow if we fire Ted Phillips, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hopefully his little last obligation to the Chicago Bears is getting us this new damn stadium in Arlington Heights. But please tell me, you get the stadium for Arlington Heights, and Matt Nagy's still on this team? What's that going to tell you to your fan base? And again, it's going to the Lions game. What are you going to tell your fan base, your players, if you lose to the Lions on Thursday? And actually, I'm going to take off my damn glasses. What are you going to tell your fan base, the players, the organization, the national media, the media in Chicago? What are you going to tell them if you lose to the Lions? It wasn't our day today. We just didn't have it today. What other excuses do you have? You saw him in that press conference today. He had nothing to say because he has no answers. He's a coward. He doesn't want to ask the question. They asked him, when's the last time you met with Pace, Ted, and frickin' George? I don't want to really, talk about that. I want to kind of keep that in-house. Why not explain and why not tell them when's the last time you met George, Ted, and Pace in person and had a collaborative meeting? Why not, Matt Nagy? I think that's a pretty simple answer to ask, or a question to answer. You want to know why he doesn't answer that question? Because he's a coward. He doesn't want to do it because he knows his time is up and it's ticking. Apparently, we know that they're supposed to meet up soon. We don't know when because he didn't want to specify. Because we can only keep it up in-house and we shouldn't tell the public what's going on. Guess what? This incompetence of the coaching staff is leading to the defensive side. Defense sucks now. I don't care. Sean Desai can't do his damn job because he sucks at it. It's trickling on to the players. You got guys like Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith, Jalen Johnson, getting the point where they're like, F all the rah-rah speeches. We have to win games. And we're not doing that. We need to go out and execute. You have Andy Dalton after losses, smiling in his post-game press conference like he's guaranteed his job again, which he's going to be starting against the damn Detroit Lions, which also refutes my point that I can definitely see the Bears losing to the damn Lions. Matt Nagy not answering questions honestly, even though he said in today's press conference, I'll answer these questions honestly the best I can, but you continue to go on with your word salad. If I was Matt Nagy, yes, you handle it right. You get it out the way. Wait, even if it is true, the sources about me being fired after Thursday, though, are not true. Right thing. And you go on and you tell any other media member who asks you questions about your job status, you just go on and say, no comment. I have no comment to answer at this time. That's up to Ted, George, and Mr. Pace. Other than that, I have no comment. I want to focus directly on the Detroit Lions, which he did say. Honestly, I would respect it. Fine. Okay, you don't want to get into it because you know. So, yeah. That's kind of the headlines of the Bears as of the last 48 hours. Lord have mercy. Let me actually check ESPN to see. Do the Blackhawks actually have a game today? NHL. Do they have a home game? No. Well, they have a game today, but it's not at home. The next home game is, against the Blues on Friday night, which if the Lions do, in fact, beat the Bears, hopefully Matt Nagy's fired by then. Otherwise, you're going to be having Blackhawks fans at the Blackhawks game chanting, "Fire Nagy." It's gotten bad to worse. Honestly, I don't see how the Bears get themselves out of this whole situation. The only way they do is they fire him now. Guess what? You fire him now mid-season. By the time week 17 comes around, you can get started on your whole new head coaching search because those are the new rules now. You can actually get a week start on your head coaching search and start actually interviewing candidates that you have in mind because that's a new rule in the NFL now. Just fire him now. And on the report anyways, again, I have to see it to believe it. So if the Lions do in fact beat the Bears, or hell, if the Bears somehow win, I'm going to be holding my feet to the fire, hoping that this report is true and that this was the last game Matt Nagy is coaching. If not, well, then that guy, I don't know what his credibility tanking is going to hit, because he's going to have Bear fans coming up his ass saying, why didn't you tell us? Well, your source was incorrect then. They didn't fire him. And the Bears management can't be stupid to get a measly win against the Detroit Lions. A winless Detroit Lions team is going to fix everything. It's not. It's not going to fix everything. It's just going to delay the inevitable. Again, going to my question. If they're going to end up firing him after the Lions game, why not do it now? Why not have done it after the Ravens game? Why not do it now? Oh, but they have a short week. So, what's stopping them? They could have just, the moment Matt Nagy leaves his press conference today, they could have said, dude, you're fired. Get out of here. They could have did the same thing. I got the alert about Jason Garrett. The Bears are frauds, man. I hope they lose to Detroit, because if they lose to Detroit, all hell will break loose in Chicago. And when all hell breaks loose, the McCaskies won't be too damn oblivious to see that their fans are not happy with the current product. There's one thing about the McCaskies that they don't like having happen. It's the team's name being brought in a national spotlight in a negative fashion. I guarantee you that's the one thing they don't like. They don't like to see their team being brought up on the national media stage in a negative way. At some point, this has got to stop. At some point. I said in my game recap, when's the breaking point? When is it? When is it the last straw for you to finally break, I guess you can say, break tradition and just have the balls to fire somebody who you know is not good at their job? I don't care if Matt Nagy's a nice guy. I don't want nice guys to come here. I just want a guy who knows what they're doing with the X's and O's, and a guy who can coach and lead men. Matt Nagy can't do that. All I ever hear is he's a nice guy. Everybody says he's a nice guy. He's a great dude. I don't care. You could be the worst scum on earth. If you know your X's and O's and you can lead men into a game and get them prepared to play, I'll take it. Yeah, I said it. I'll take the trashiest person on the planet if they can coach the X's and O's and get the players to go play. Matt Nagy can't do that. All he is the equivalent of, well, a high school teacher. That's a guy, a teacher you like to see, that you like to go to class, and that's probably your favorite teacher of the day because he's so nice. If you ask me, Matt Nagy probably would make a better high school coach than an NFL coach. He might be a decent college coach. He's dealing with grown men. This is the professional level. This isn't the high school level. This isn't the college level. You can get away with stuff like that. I'm done. I said it countless times. So that's my thoughts on the Chicago Bears news with Matt Nagy's job status within the last 48 hours. It's not looking good. I don't know how this man can not stay off social media and not turn on something else. Like literally, he probably watching the Bears Bulls game last night, and he's hearing the chants visibly during the broadcast, "Fire Nagy." Yeah, you know you hit rock bottom if they're chanting at you from the basketball game. The basketball game. Bull fans know I'm a Clippers fan. I've dealt with the incompetence of the Clippers many times. But Bull fans know recently the incompetence of their own management. And what did the Bulls management do? They got Gar and Pax out of there. And guess what? Look at them now. Look at them now. They're one of the best teams in the NBA. Don't the Bears want to be one of the best teams in the NFL? And it's just making changes at the top? The Bears might need to take some advice from the Chicago Bulls. I support the Chicago Bulls. They're honestly my second favorite team after the Clippers. But if it's Clippers Bulls, I'm going Clippers all the way. But I'm happy for what the Bulls are doing. Good. It gives something for Chicago to talk about. After coming away from the crappy ass Bears, who we all know they waste their Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, which they are going to do this Thursday. Watch Tim Boyle have a breakout game because the Bears can't stop him and the Bears can't score. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section, do you think there are any truths to this rumors? And speaking of the whole thing, Anthony Miller retweeted a statement from a Bears fan saying, well, there's Roy's coming out that Matt Nagy lost the locker room. It seems like Anthony Miller was right. He wasn't wrong about that. Anthony Miller, on his literal social media account, retweeted that statement. And it's sitting right there on his Twitter account. Huh. Interesting. Must have seemed that Anthony Miller didn't like Matt Nagy. Probably views Matt Nagy as the guy that got him out of Chicago and viewed him as a scapegoat because he wasn't doing his job. Again, I'm not going to blame Anthony Miller. I'm not going to blame all of it on Matt Nagy. Anthony Miller didn't do his job. He didn't step up when we needed him to. But okay. Anyways, like I said, leave a like. I know they changed the whole dislike thing on YouTube. Fucking stupid. So leave a like if you like the video. Put in the comment section your thoughts on the news of the Matt Nagy job status stuff, as well as the subscribe button if you want to get more Chicago Bears content. I will be doing a game recap, hopefully with my co-host, my friend Matt, on Thanksgiving Day. And hopefully after that game, win or lose, we get the news coming out saying that Matt Nagy has been relieved of his duties. Other than that, I'm going to get it for guys. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and I'm enjoying this video. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys next video. And hashtag fire Matt Nagy.